What are blood vessels? Blood vessels are the tubular muscular structures which carries the circulating fluid from heart to different parts of the body and from different parts of the body towards the heart. The function of the blood vessels is to carry the circulating fluid. In human beings, there are three different types of blood vessels. And these blood vessels are, number one, arteries. Number two, veins. And number three, capillaries. Arteries, veins, and capillaries. First, arteries. Which blood vessels are known as arteries? Those blood vessels which carries the pure blood from heart to different parts of the body are known as arteries. Or generally, arteries are nothing but those blood vessels which carries the pure blood. Veins, these are the blood vessels which carries the impure blood or deoxygenated blood from different parts of the body towards the heart, are known as veins. And capillaries, these are nothing but the dividation and redividation or branches and sub-branches of the arterioles. The arteriole is the branch of arteries. Arteriole is nothing but the branch of arterioles, and that branch of arteries, which is known as arterioles, is divides and redivides into number of fine hair-like blood vessels, and these hair-like blood vessels are known as capillaries. The study of blood vessels is known as angiology. The angiology is nothing but the study of blood vessels, means the ultra-structure or the histological structure of blood vessels takes place in this branch that is known as angiology. Now, histological structures of all the arteries and veins. What is the difference between the histological structures of arteries and veins? histological structure of arteries and veins. Histologically, the walls of arteries and veins are made up of from three layers from outside to inside. These layers are arranged as the outermost layer of both the blood vessels, that is arteries and veins, are known as tunica externa. The middle layer of both the arteries and veins are known as tunica media, and the histological structure, the innermost layer, which is also present both in arteries and veins, is known as tunica interna. Means both the blood vessels, the walls of blood vessels are histologically same. Means these are made up of from three layers from outside. Already we have learn about outermost layer is known as tunica externa, middle layer is known as tunica media, and innermost layer is known as tunica interna. These are the three sublayers which are histologically present in both the wall of blood vessels, that is arteries and veins. Tunica externa is the tough elastic membrane, elastic structure, which is made up of from connective tissue layers. Middle layer is tunica media, which is the middle layer, which is also present in the histological structure of both the blood vessels, is made up of from smooth muscles, that is involuntary muscles, and the tunica interna is the innermost layer. The difference between these two blood vessels, histological structure of these two walls of these two blood vessels, is the tunica media of the arteries. In the histological structure of arteries, tunica media is more thick than or as compared to the tunica media which is present in the veins. The middle, the difference, main difference in the histological structure of arteries and veins is the tunica media. The tunica media in the arteries is more thick and more elastic, while the middle layer which is present in the histological structure of veins is less thick as compared to the tunica media of the arteries. And the innermost layer, which is known as tunica interna, and inside that tunica interna, elastic basement membrane is present, and on that elastic basement membrane, or that elastic basement membrane is made up of from a flat epithelial cells which are known as endothelium, and that is also present, same structure, that is elastic membrane, and the single layer of endothelium is also present in the inner wall or inner surface of the tunica interna of the arteries and veins. The second difference between the arteries and veins at the level of histology, the lumen means the open space. Okay, mic open space is smaller in the arteries, while the lumen of the blood vessels is more having more diameter or more spacious. That is the difference of arteries and veins at the histological level. So what are arteries? Arteries are the blood vessels which carries the pure blood, while veins are the blood vessels, or veins means those blood vessels which carries the impure blood are known as veins. Where arteries are present deep inside the tissues or muscles, while the veins are present at superficial part of the body, means these are present just below the skin, or the difference between the lumen in arteries and veins is due to Because arteries absorbs the more pressure when blood flows in it, while the pressure of blood in the blood veins is less as compared to the lumen of arteries. That's why the diameter or the inner open space, which is known as lumen in arteries, is more as more spacious, less spacious than the open space or the lumen of the veins. Arteries are more elastic as compared to the walls of the veins. The wall of arteries are more elastic as compared to the walls which are present in the veins. The walls are present only in veins. Such walls are absent in arteries. Means arteries does not show any type of walls, but at some intervals veins shows some walls, which prevents the backflow of the blood. Pulmonary arteries, which are present in the internal, we have already studied the internal structure of human heart, and in that internal structure we said that the pulmonary artery carries the impure blood from right ventricle to the lobes of lungs for oxygenation, and that is the only exceptional artery which carries the impure blood. While the veins, in the veins, the pulmonary veins, two pairs of pulmonary veins which connects the left auricle to the lobe of lungs. Means that two pairs of pulmonary veins carries the pure blood from lungs to the heart. These two blood vessels are the exceptional blood vessels to the functions of arteries and veins. That's about the blood vessels, arteries and veins. And the third type of the blood vessels, these are known as capillaries. The capillaries are very minute, microscopic structures, and these minute capillary structures which are formed or which are developed by the branches and sub-branches of the arterioles. And arterioles are nothing but the sub-branch of arteries. After some length, these capillaries are here like microscopic structures, blood vessels, reunites to each other and forms a common blood vessel which is known as venules, and then that venules enters into the veins. These capillaries plays an important role. The speciality of the capillary, the wall of the capillaries is these are semi-permeable. Means water and water dissolved substances are exchanged in between the blood and the tissue fluid, interstitial fluid which is present in the tissues. Means water and water dissolved substances like gases, nutrients, inorganic substances, regulatory substances like hormones, enzymes, these are exchanged at the level of capillaries in the tissues. That's about the blood vessels.